Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. My name is Jake. Today, I'm not really sure what we're going to be getting into. Potentially a lot of very different things. As you can see here behind me, if you watched the last video, I went up to Jacob, a viewer of the channel's property, and we did a little barter deal. I did some tree work in exchange for this here Woods land plane. So that'll be a big help here around the property with the driveway and, you know, all the asphalt milling road and everything back there. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you something else. Oh, wait, well, so yeah, I did that yesterday. You probably already saw that video. I need to get everything unloaded from the truck and everything because we're gonna need the truck to do a firewood delivery later. Down at the end of the driveway, you can see we got an excavator here. Unfortunately, I did not buy it, but Shane is going to be coming by later. No, not to expand the wood yard yet again, but he's going to be starting on our whole drainage project here in the front of the house. You know, if you've been kind of following along, when Sarah and I first got back from Portugal, the whole driveway had washed out. I used the rear blade to fix the driveway. Said I needed a land plane. Jacob reached out with the land plane, so now I'll be able to help, you know, fix the driveway in the future. But basically, we can never grow grass in here because all the water from up there in the back just kind of funnels down. Unfortunately, it kind of goes up against the house, runs down along our walkway here. Hence why our walkway is in such bad shape. We got a stone that's loose, all the grout and stuff is coming out because all this water just rushes down here like a cascade. So Shane has the machine here. We're going to be digging a big curtain drain, basically, that's gonna come all along the back of the house here. He's gonna try and push this bed back and level it out a little bit so that hopefully we can get it as far back as like these big boulders, and maybe even bring in some boulders to you know, make like a sort of natural retaining wall. Curtain drain's gonna come all the way out here, and then it's gonna daylight down there kind of where that big oak tree is. So, you know, redirect all the water, divert it away from our retaining wall, which also needs to be addressed at some point. But let's face it, we're not made out of money. So I don't want to put the cart before the horse and kind of fix the retaining wall before we fix the issue at hand with the drainage. So that is why the excavator's here. While it's here, we might even get into a little bit of tree work, taking down some of these birch trees to give us some more room and give Shane some more room to kind of cut and fill and replace, you know, dirt over here. So that's kind of what we got going on today. I do have a firewood delivery of one small tote of oak. I have not gotten the international truck back yet, so we are going to have to use the pickup and the SureTrack dump trailer down there to deliver said firewood. So that's why I need to get this land plane and all my other, you know, chainsaws and stuff in the back out of the truck. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll check back in a little bit. So guys, I don't know if you can see this, but we kind of have a problem. The excavator here is parked right in front of the dump trailer, which we kind of need to do this firewood delivery. So I gotta call Shane. I kind of thought he would be here by now. It's already like 8:15. Make sure he's still coming today. Funny story about this excavator while we're here. It got dropped off Saturday night, and when I got home, it was just here in the driveway, so I took a picture of it and sent it to Sarah and said, check out my new excavator. Coincidentally, that morning, Saturday morning, I had sold the old green bean, you know, firewood conveyor that Chris and I built. So Sarah knew that I had a little extra cash laying around. So I decided to kind of test the limits, and I told her that I had bought this machine and that I had rolled the money from the conveyor plus some other money into buying this excavator. Kind of gave her a whole backstory, which was pretty believable because she knows who owns this machine and stuff. And to my surprise, she didn't even ask how much I spent on it. She wasn't all that upset. She was just like, oh, maybe now you could dig me a pool, is the one thing she said. So that kind of got the gears turning in my head. Maybe I'll be getting an excavator sooner rather than later, now that I kind of sort of have my wife's blessing. I would love to have a machine like this. This is probably a little bigger than I would ideally get, but I mean, it's a really nice machine. So we'll hopefully see it fired up here and working in a little bit. All right, guys, apparently everything needs fuel this morning. Shane just got here literally right after I texted him, and he said that the machine either needs fuel or it needs new fuel filters. I guess they're aware of kind of a fuel issue that this thing temporarily has, so bringing out the fuel tank to try and get a little fuel in it and maybe go fill it up. All right, guys, we just got the excavator fueled up, and it just fired up for a second. See if we'll fire up again. There we go. So we're thinking that the thing ran out of fuel and it just barely made it off the trailer and here when it was delivered. So probably gonna need to start it a couple times. All right, guys, it has been a slow start this morning. We got the excavator fueled up and fired up, kind of, and it kept, you know, dying on us. So Shane just went to go get new fuel filters, I think. Problem is, the machine is still in front of the dump trailer. So, as you can see, we don't have any access to get the dump trailer out. We gotta go do this firewood delivery of one small tote of oak. So, Lou and I are gonna go do that right now. So the plan is, basically we're just gonna load the tote into the back of the pickup truck and we'll have to offload by hand, you know, old school. So, here we go. Well, the Cormidi had no problem lifting up that fully stacked, seasoned tote of oak. It's mostly oak, a little bit of maple here in the front, but you can see, you know, all the oak down there and stuff. So this will be a nice tote. We'll just have to unload by hand. Let's see what Lou's up to. Hey, buddy. How you doing, Lou? You ready to go for a ride? All right, let's go. Hey, Lou. You want to go to Harbor Freight? Do you want to go to Harbor Freight, buddy? We'll get a battery so we can power the transfer tank. Finally, battery and a solar panel. Does that sound good? All right, cool. Let's do it. All right, guys, just finished that delivery. It took me, I think, 4 minutes to unload the whole tote. Guy was happy with the wood. He said he'd probably be getting some more later on. We got a bunch of Mr. Andrew Jackson's here. Not quite as good as Benjamin's, but, you know, we'll take them. So, yeah, we're gonna head home. Maybe go to Harbor Freight, actually. Twinning. Let's get Lou. Hey. Relax. You're gonna get all caught up, Lou. Just wait. Okay, good boy. Look at all that hair. Come on, buddy. Probably go with something like this. Hold the battery. No. Dude. Come on. Wrong way. Good boy. Alright guys, Louie helped me at Harbor Freight. We got a little ammo can here. Fits a little 12 volt lawnmower battery in there. And then we got a solar panel kit here to hopefully keep it topped off and charged up. So we'll have to get around to hooking this up to that transfer pump, and then we will not have to worry about hooking it up to, you know, the vehicle's battery or anything like that in the future. This should work out pretty well. Well, they got the machine running, guys, and already swiftly got to work. As you can see, kind of leveling out. Shane was able to get in and bust out this hump that used to be here. You could see how much he cut and dug in, and already starting to fill it down, you know, in this area to make this whole lawn area a little bit more usable. We did hit the electric fence down there, but that's no problem. He was able to rip out some pretty big boulders already, as you can see, and goal is to get the drain in by the end of today. So over where Louie is standing, he's going to start digging down and see what type of material we get into. If it's feasible, he might place a couple boulders, you know, along here and kind of cut and fill if we're able to. But they got the laser level out, and you know, making good progress so far. So that is all that we got going for right now. All right, here comes Shane, the big old Peterbilt, the load of gravel. So things are moving along. Like I said, this video is probably going to be a little bit all over the place today because we got a lot going on. Chris is actually showing up to help me get a stovepipe in the second chimney here, which you guys will probably see that in another video. So Shane said his plan was to just back up kind of right here where I already have a little access road, and he'll just be scooping it out of the truck instead of dumping the whole load, you know, and wasting a bunch on the ground. So it's a cool old Peterbilt. Looks like a good enough spot. Here comes Chris. We got a lot going on.
Sure looks that way.
Yeah. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm a little hectic.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Here we go. That's why, yeah. perfect size. Fits there like a glove. All right, guys, so I'm gonna mount this ammo can here, just down on the side of the pallet. That way I can have the battery, and you know, my clips can go right to it. So got some lag bolts. Okay, that's in there good. Now, this thing doesn't really move very often, so I'm not too worried about the battery being in there, but I will cut a little piece of like rubber to put down. That way it's just not totally sliding around all the time. All right, guys, just a little test. We got the battery in there with the rubber mat down on the bottom so it doesn't slide around quite as much. Got the pump hooked up. Let's see if it works. There we go. Works pretty good. I got the solar panel out. I'm just gonna alter these, take off these little alligator clips and put them... Actually, no, I'll probably leave the alligator clips because I really only need one hooked up at a time, whether it's the pump or the solar panel. So I'll probably just leave the alligator clips and unhook them, you know, when I have to pump, and hook them back up when I don't. Well, there we go, guys. Fully self-contained fueling station. Dude Ranch DIY style. All right, we're laying pipe here, boys. Got some gravel. Making progress. So, got more pipe to lay. And plenty more trench to dig. So, it's a separate video. We're filming like 2 or 3 videos right now. I can't even keep track. It's gonna be a nightmare uploading all this footage. But we're installing this stovepipe. Well, guys, end of day 1 here with the drainage project. Shane and Nico were able to get in the entire curtain drain down to the proper depth and pitch, despite all of the Connecticut rock that we are facing here. You could see just kind of what they've been digging through here. So basically, you know, at the end of the gravel here, that's the end of the curtain drain. And then from, you know, that point on, going all the way down, is gonna be solid pipe to drain. Shane just started when we pulled up, digging into the hillside here to try and achieve a better grade away from the house, and tomorrow he'll be back to continue suit, you know, going down that way. But basically you can kind of see where the excavator is sitting. He kind of built up a pad. It's not going to be quite that high, but he is going to try and, you know, level things out and taper it into the natural, you know, slope of the existing lawn here. So successful first day. I'm really happy. We were all kind of nervous that he wouldn't be able to get even deep enough behind the house for the curtain drain, but he was able to. So mission accomplished there. That just, I think just regrading the whole yard really would have solved the problem, but you know, while we're digging everything up, might as well do it once, do it right. So yeah, pretty happy with everything. All right, guys, just got home, day 2. Shane is here, and looks like he has done some major digging. He got a big old boulder right there, and he's been working on, it looks like, grading out the yard and daylighting the pipe. See the green pipe down there? He got rid of our bed that was over here, and even graciously pulled out the 2 bushes that were there in case I want to replant them. It's got another big boulder right there, which looks awesome. So these might be part of the new retaining wall. Not too sure. Okay, guys. All right, guys, so as you can see here, Shane is digging into the hillside, and he is making good progress. He pulled out all of these massive boulders. Basically what he's doing here is he's gonna give me a ramp to kind of go from this lower level of lawn over here up, kind of like where he's driving on an angle, up into the upper part of the backyard. He eliminated this whole part of the bed, as I showed you before. We do have some concrete stairs there. He's gonna be taking these boulders and kind of lining them along the ramp going up into the back, and then backfilling out behind it. So I think that should be pretty cool. It'll definitely make it a lot more usable, you know, area and space, and it'll give me a nice, easy way to get up into the backyard without affecting all of the, you know, drainage and, you know, leveling and stuff, grading that he did. Grading, that was the word I was thinking of. Well, guys, this is looking great. Shane got a really nice pathway put in up here to access his upper back part with the, you know, big natural boulder retaining wall, and now it looks like he's working on some final grading. It's definitely going to be a bunch of work to get all this, you know, filled in appropriately, and you know, with grass or something along there. Maybe I'll leave a strip, you know, without grass, and I can just put, you know, big decorative, you know, like riverstone or something, kind of like my plan is over for the rest of this bed once it all gets cleaned out again. He was able to taper the hill back, and things are looking really good. Okay guys, so the front yard grading and drainage project is complete. At least the dirt work is, with the excavator, which is parked down there. We have successfully gotten a big curtain drain skirting the whole side of the house, down about 4 foot deep, with pipe zigzagging its way around big rocks and stuff all the way out to daylight over here. I actually have one more piece of pipe down by the equipment trailer, which I'll probably join up to there just to get it all the way back by the woods. But as you can see, I took down some trees. I have a little clip of me taking down the trees yesterday to kind of open this up. I had a lot of birch trees. They were all leaning over here, so that's that pile of logs. I still want to climb and take down this lower branch on this oak tree and stuff, and maybe even remove this twin stem birch, but that's gonna have to be for another day. You can see Shane was able to make really nice big retaining wall, the really nice ramp for me to get up with the mowers and the tractor and stuff up to the upper part of the yard and back into the wood yard. So now that that is done, it is October 12th, and we need to get grass planted ASAP. So the first thing on the to-do list is I gotta go around and pick up all these big rocks that are you know, sticking out, you know, stuff this size, little stuff, you know, like that. I'm not too worried about. I actually have a machine I'm gonna rent to put on the front, or an attachment to put on the front of the Cormidi tomorrow morning, and that will help prep the soil for seed, and hopefully we can get some grass growing. In the back of my truck over there, I have a bunch of seed, hay, a spreader, starter fertilizer. So this is what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. So guys, that's gonna wrap up this video here on this drainage project. I know I really didn't do anything except for take down those trees back there, but this is something that we needed to do. We would occasionally get water in the basement, and it would just really rip down and wash out our whole lawn out here. So now that everything is pitched accordingly, I'm hoping that we should be able to get some nice grass growing here and keep it growing here for the future, and it'll just help with a bunch of things when we get those really heavy rains like we have been getting. So as always guys, I hope you liked the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Any questions, comments, feedback, throw it down in that comment section. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.